Do you still see these images in your head?
I do. I went through a rough part, like a rough, I don't know, sequence of events last year where a guy I was on tour with in '07, he went back and he got killed in 2010. And since that day, I don't know, things just kind of went down for me. Like, I started having like flashes of like all the bad shit in Afghanistan, all the fucked up times that basically you kind of repressed.
Being man. Cause you don't understand all the thoughts that running through my head on the day we land. He's saying do it for your country, they need a hand. They started this war, we just want to see it.
There's IEDs all the time on it, and when one of my friends died, the next day we do the ramp ceremony, and I've never been so stressed to be inside the back of that lab, you know, waiting to see like, are we gonna get hit now going to this ramp ceremony? What's gonna happen on this road now? On the way to do this, on the way to honor, like, you know, one of our boys, one of our close friends who we spent like, you know, 4.5 months with up to this point. And I just remember looking out the air sentry hatch, and there's like little kids and teenagers kind of thing, like looking at us and giving us like a blow up sign, like laughing at us, like, "Ha, your friend just died," and we know about it, and we're laughing at you now, like that you want to do a ramp ceremony. I remember like, the anger and the stress I had from that. That was a rough time. I think about that a lot, actually, because when you're there, you don't have time to deal with it. You don't have time to process it. Like when, you know, something happens, you know, your friends got blown up. There's no time to deal with it and be like, fuck, what just happened? And like, to the time to digest it. You gotta fucking move on to the next mission, the next set of orders, the next timing. So, you know, you're given a day to go to the ramp ceremony, you know, but I don't know if you guys ever lost anybody, but a day is not a long time to digest a death. And I was looking at this little kid like, man, we're here to help you fuckers out. Like, you got no stability, no government, no set rules. We're here to kind of help you guys out, and you're gonna fucking mock me because, you know, one of my friends fucking gave his fucking life for you people. Like, you know, like, it's kind of, it sours you after that. After that, I didn't really want to give out water bottles or candy to the kids. Or after that, I didn't want to do that anymore. I kind of ignored the kids and people after that.
You know, sometimes more than a few occasions we'd be like on the road, and the local nationals will go plug their ears, you know, as in insinuating that there's going to be a bomb or something, you know, just like, yeah, mocking us. So yeah, it was a big joke to a lot of people.
Well, pretty much every time you know, they're telling you you're going to this place, and you look up at that lab, it's a roll of the dice if it's your turn or not to get blown up, right? And it's all about where the IED hits your vehicle. If the IED hits you if the IED is strong enough, it hits you in the box, or everybody's sitting in the back there, you know, you're causing at least at minimum loss of limbs, you know, like minimum. It's a scary feeling to not know if you're ever gonna come back. Like guilt, if I don't know, like, I guess it's guilt that I came back, you know, and some guys and the other guys didn't. That like, why did I get to live? Why did I get to live and come back? And, you know, they're just as good guys too. They're all good guys. They were all great guys. They deserve to live too. Like, I don't, you know, why was it their turn? I don't get that. And I don't think I'll ever get it. But I don't know. I just don't get, like, you know, what makes me deserve to live and not them. So it's a bit of like a survivor guilt type, you know. It's hard to process when you're alone at home and you're not meant to. Nobody's ever meant to I don't know, I say be expected to deal with that kind of experience like normally. Like, you know, we're not trained to, nobody's trained. I'm not even the army, but no one's trained to watch your friend get blown up, you know? Watch your friend get blown up and it's like a normal occurrence, you know? I was talking to a friend of mine, he's telling me like we lived, you know, abnormal situations and now we're trying to live a normal life. But these abnormal situations in your brain are coming out telling you, hey, remember these memories? You gotta deal with this, you gotta deal with these now. Because now you have time to deal with it. So it hits you like a ton of bricks. Like someone like took a shovel and slapped me in the face with it. It's hard to, it took a big hit to me when I got to my worst moment.
Tell me about that worst moment.
Well, I just remember I was at work and this is like one of the first incidents. I was at work and I was just walking around and out of nowhere, I just started to cry. Like, I didn't even know why I was crying. Nothing happened, nobody said anything to me, I wasn't talking to anybody, I was by myself and I just started to cry for absolutely no reason. And I didn't even know why I was crying. And I get home, I was like, okay, that was weird. I get home, I was watching a comedy movie with my girlfriend and I started to cry. And I don't even know why I was crying. And then as days went on, I started having like flashes of, you know, all the IED strikes and stuff that went on, and like they would just come randomly, like a movie, like, to my head. It just showed up and would splash me in the face as like a reminder. Like someone told me, like, hey, like an alarm went off my head, like, oh, guess what? You gotta remember this now.
Well, I promised my girl I'd make it back alive. Don't look at me the same when I ask am I. I'm hearing bullets in the wind when it's passing by. This post-traumatic stress won't ever let me laugh or cry. I ain't no decorated Marine. Back home, only thing decorated's a tree. Just a hometown hero's what I'm aiming to be. But my home's ground zero in the lace.
It's just weird because one minute you're talking to Buddy about like, you know, how was your HLTA? You know, and then you go out that night and then it's over, you know, like you don't talk to him again. It's kind of like you don't have that closure of saying goodbye or anything. There's, you know, it's tough to deal with.
How many guys from your platoon didn't come home?
For my platoon, we lost three guys. Simon Lantin, Michel Levesque, and Nicolas Beauchamp. I thought about myself at first. You know, I was like, oh, I gotta be the only guy to be fucking dealing with this shit. You know, I never heard anybody else dealing with this stuff or talking about it. And then I saw Chris put a video up. And I know Chris back from battle school. You know, back when we did our battle school back in the day. And I was like, what? Chris has PTSD? I'm like, I have PTSD. So I called Chris, I'm like, Chris, I didn't know, man. I'm like, me too. I just told him, like, me too, I have it. Like, you know, like, how long has it been? And kind of like connected like that. And he asked me, do you want to talk about your experience? I was like, well, I'll do a video. First I was hesitant to do a video. I was like, it's hard to put yourself out there and, like, you know, expose. It's like taking off your armor, you know? Like, now you're exposed. You know, I walked around, you know, not physically, but like with this helmet and armor on me the whole time. Like, no one knows that I'm hurting by myself. And now I'm taking it off, doing this video and showing everybody, like, well, here it is. It's just fucking little Jamal, you know, who fucking acted so tough and put on this. I didn't really put on the front, but, you know, that yes, I'm not a fucking machine, and that I do have fucking feelings, and I do have emotions, and I do have a fucking heart. And right now I'm just, you know, feel kind of naked. It's hard to put yourself out there. It's hard to talk about it. That's for sure.
Why?
Because there's a stigma in the army. Like, you know, it's alpha male central. You know, every fucking buddy's tougher than everybody else, and everybody can fucking wrong one than everybody else, and everybody a better fighter, and everybody's a fucking better soldier, and there's always this like, I'm better than you thing in the army. Like, you know, everybody seems to be the top dog. I'm going on my 11th year in the army, and there's guys who've been, you know, 15, 16, 18 years, but you know, they don't, you know, back in the day they don't believe in that. They didn't believe in that, or maybe the mentality was different. I don't know. I don't know what changed. I don't know why now it's different from back in the day, and why there's the older generation of guys have this mentality of just suck it up and fucking soldier on. Trying to soldier on, but soldiering on is fucking hard when you can't fucking get past your own little fucking demons that are keep bothering you at night, you know?
The stigma's contagious, isn't it? Like, with our peers.
The stigma is very contagious. It's like, once one guy starts it up, and it's another guy's like, oh, he's fucking weak, you know? What, I'm fucking weak because because I fucking missed fucking a couple of guys I was with on tour? Because I fucking have nightmares, I'm fucking weak? How's that make me weak? You know, like, the best, what I actually got told to me was like, you have no heart. Like, you know, like, oh, you have no heart, you fucking, you're wimping out.
So Thursday, good morning.
It's like, how am I fucking wimping out? I'm trying to get help to fucking, you know, keep on going.
I'm constantly waking up in a cold instant. The war's over, but my thoughts are being told different. Having vivid dreams.
I think a lot of guys think that they're just about themselves, you know?
Military mind, living too long alone. Highway.
To this day, I would do it all over again. I wouldn't touch a thing. Like, the military is probably the best, one of the best careers you can have out there. It's probably military. You know, we know what it's like. Just call us up. You know, we'll try and help you the best we can.
Why would you do that?
Because I wouldn't want anybody to feel the way I felt, or to go through what I went through, and think that they're alone, and think that, you know, the best method is to just say fuck it and end it all. You know, you're better than that. You know. Even though you may not feel like it, you're better than that. Nobody deserves to go that way.